I'm excited to talk to you right now about our four-wheel electric truck. This particular model family, it comes in 4,000 up to 6,500 pound capacity. It is both available in 36 volt and 48 volt. And this is our cushion tired truck designed for warehousing and indoor use. This truck is equipped with Curtis controllers. So Curtis has kind of been the gold standard for control systems for lift trucks for upwards of 30 years. So we're excited to use that control system in our trucks. The Curtis controller is also, we worked with Curtis, and the truck is actually manufactured to EE standards. So even if you don't need certified EE standards for your application, the truck still gives you the protection of EE at no extra charge. And how does that help you? It helps you in that the controller systems actually have ingress protection or IP rating of 65, which gives you 100% protection against dust and dirt, and it also protects against water spray, low pressure jets from any direction. So it's good to know that you can go in and out of freezers, you can go outside, the truck can get wet, and you won't damage the controller systems. It's an all AC product, so AC drive, it's got a AC lift motor, and of course, you're probably already aware the benefits to AC. There's no commutators, no brushes, no stator, no armature. All of that stuff is gone inside the motor, so maintenance is very low on an AC motor system. So I want to point out our all Doosan built mast. This truck comes from a standard mast, two-stage mast, and a two-stage with free lift, or this, believe it or not, even though it looks like it's a two-stage, this is our new design. This is actually a three-stage mast. So these rails are stacked together in such a way that it gives you the opening, the width to look through of a two-stage, but it's actually a three-stage mast. We can also do quad mast on these four-wheel trucks also. So very excited about this mast design. You can see how large the window is. When you sit in that seat, you can look down with your eyes, you can see your forks, you can see what you're trying to do through the mast. It's a great system. Also, the truck is available with hang-on side shifter from the factory or integral side shifting fork positioner, where the forks can move in and out as well as side to side. The four-wheel electric truck is actually designed with the differential drive axle. So it's similar to an LP truck or a diesel truck in that it has a differential drivetrain, but instead of having an engine and transmission that operates that, it's just a single giant drive motor. So the drivetrain works in a very similar way with the oil-cooled disc brakes outboard in the axle. So of course, Doosan has really made oil-cooled disc brakes famous. We started this design in the early 80s, and we've really perfected it over the years. The oil-cooled disc brake system is one of the key things that helps our operators lower their cost of ownership. If you look back through service of brakes and brake-related problems, it's probably the #1 source of maintenance on any lift truck with a shoe brake system. The oil-cooled disc brake system is key in that it has a 5-year, 10,000 hour warranty. That is parts and labor, all internal components of the brake system. It is, again, our probably biggest feature that saves our customers money. The other thing that we've done is on the electric trucks, we have our oil-cooled disc brakes, we have an electronic parking brake system. This truck will, when it stops for 3 seconds, it will set the parking brake on its own. The operator you don't have to worry about your operator setting the parking brake when they get on and off the truck. They can't forget to release the parking brake when they go to take off and damage the braking system. So anytime you actually give any input to the accelerator, the parking brake automatically releases. And one of the things that does, it allows us to have what we call unlimited ramp hold. So if you were to stop on a ramp, the truck will hold itself with the motors for a few seconds, then it'll set the parking brake and continue to hold the truck. And then when I want to move, I just give it accelerator and it releases the parking brake and continues up the ramp or down the ramp. It will stay there literally forever. And when I mean forever, you could get off this truck, park it on an incline, and literally come back 20 years later and it will still be sitting there because the parking brake default position is on. So even if the battery's completely dead, the parking brake still holds. The other thing we have is GSS. And GSS is our Guardian Stability System. It enhances the OSS, which is the Operator Sensing System. Pretty much everybody has an Operator Sensing System, which just really means the truck cannot travel or the hydraulics cannot work unless you're sitting in the seat. So it has a seat switch, it knows when somebody's in the seat, and then allows the truck to operate. So if you have GSS, which is standard on all our trucks, it also monitors how high the forks are lifted off the ground. So it's really to help your operator stay in a safe driving condition. So obviously if your forks are above free lift or you lift the second stage, you start lifting your forks up, you know, that gets you in a condition that's easier to tip over, especially with a load. So GSS, once you go above free lift, it recognizes that, it slows the travel speed to 50%. Doesn't matter if you're turning, doesn't matter if you're going straight, it's going to slow the truck down, and it's also going to limit forward tilt to 2 degrees. And it does that with an alarm system, and we'll demonstrate that when we get in the seat, and I can go over some of the things in the seat here. So nice low step height. The thing about four-wheelers that our customers like is you sit up nice and high so that you can see your surroundings. It's very, very good visibility around the truck. So we're going to climb in the truck. And there's a lot of common features about our trucks. One of them is our offset steering wheel, and it's on a gas cylinder, so it's infinitely adjustable. If I push in on the adjusting lever, the steering wheel will literally pop up on its own because it's on a gas cylinder. But I can put it wherever I want. I don't put it in a notch. I put it wherever's comfortable for me. Adjust the seat. I have recline if I'm a taller person and I want to lean back a little bit. This truck's equipped with fingertip control option. So levers are your standard option that are hood mounted. If you have hood mounted levers, they're still in a comfortable position, and it's better than cowl mounted levers because your elbow's in a more comfortable position. You're able to operate the levers. The forward reverse switch is on the lift lower handle, or you can option for no charge to have it in the conventional position on the column. If you have your levers up on the cowl, and this is your office, you're an operator for 8 hours a day, there's a lot of stress on your shoulder holding your arms out, operating the levers, pulling them forward and back. This fingertip control system takes it even one step further. Now I have a rest to rest my arm on, has a palm rest. This is equipped with fourth function, so in case you have a fourth function, you can use that, but you have lift lower, tilt, and you have the side shift. Forward reverse switch is a thumb switch right here, very comfortable on the left side of the palm rest, and there's also a horn button right there for you to honk. So the truck's equipped with a e-brake or a emergency shut-off system right here. We have clipboard for holding paperwork, pens, 12-volt power source and also a USB power source. And that's so the people who use these trucks a lot of time have scanners that they work with, and those things charge off USB or 12 volt source. And that gives you an opportunity to keep your scanners charged and your operators out in the warehouse working. This armrest is very adjustable. You can raise it up and down by loosening this knob, and it goes up, or you can go down, and also it can go forward and aft. So you can really put it in whatever position is comfortable for you. One of the other key features and safety for your operators is when you travel, probably at least 50% of the time, in reverse. If you have loads on the forks you can't see, so you're traveling reverse. First thing your operators want to do when they turn around to look where they're going is grab that rear post. This is a dangerous situation, right? Obviously, if you hit something, you could really hurt yourself, if not cut your fingers off. So what we did was we've added this rear grab bar to give the operator something to hold on to. It's inside the confines of the overhead guard, so they can't get injured. And then also we thought, well, geez, if we have that on there, why not put a horn button on here too? So there's a horn button right on the handle. I can travel in the direction of, or look in the direction of travel. I can maintain control of my truck and honk my horn when I come to an intersection. I don't have to turn. Now I can't see where I'm going, honk with this hand. I don't have to let go of the steering wheel to honk with my left hand so I can see where I'm traveling. So you can look in the direction of travel, maintain control of the truck, still honk the horn. Key feature, Doosan has this standard on all of our trucks. So we're going to take a look at the steer axle on our four-wheel electric truck. It's a very, very stout steer axle, strongest in the industry, but we also are very maneuverable for four-wheeler because, as you can see, this truck will actually turn at an 86-degree angle. So we are very, very close to 90 degrees, which gives us a very tight turning radius for a four-wheel electric. This steer axle is by far the strongest steer axle in the industry. What we use is tapered roller bearings for the kingpins to hold the wheels in the straight position, and that's what the wheel actually pivots on. Most competitors use a needle bearing system that wears out very quickly, especially when you're driving over dock plates dock plates are uneven. This tapered roller bearing system is actually a bearing that comes out of the automotive industry. It's actually the same as a wheel bearing in an automotive industry, like a car or a truck. So if you kind of think about our bearing system has to pivot, 90 degrees, 180 degrees if we're going from one to the other side, almost 180 degrees. That's all it has to do every day. But yet that bearing was designed to be in your car and spinning thousands of RPMs and traveling thousands of miles without being serviced. And it's strong enough to do that, but we're doing it in our steer axle. So very strong, it'll last a really long time. So there's a brief explanation on why Doosan is your best choice and how Doosan can save your company money and help your operators operate more safely.